Brazil gate crashed this World Cup with a 3-0 win over Haiti. But are they the real deal, or are they faking it till they're making it? What am I talking about? Well, I'll tell you next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today we take a look back at last night's drama over in Group C, that's right, and we'll get into it in just 1 second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe. You want to subscribe for Blackburn Rovers World Cup reviews, that's right. We're reviewing the Group C encounter between Brazil and Haiti, which of course finished last night. What went down? Well, I'll showcase you in just a second. Big shout out to my members, big shout out to my patrons, big shout out to you. Of course, can we get 48 likes on these videos? Of course, I love it if we can get some eyes on the prize. A like for each and every one of the nations at this World Cup. So let's take a deep dive then. 3-0, one job, one half. That's all that it needed, Brazil, of course. Haiti gave a good account of themselves over in Group C, but this result, I believe, get my calculator out, it does mean elimination for Haiti. They look like they are going home. Cannot qualify for the round 32. They are, of course, one of 2 nations now officially eliminated. We'll talk about that in a minute. But yeah, they held firm in the first 20-odd minutes, of course, causing a couple of little problems, little headaches, but not really threatening Alisson between the sticks. But it was Matheus Cunha took his chance leading the charge here with a couple of goals, a couple of tight little finishes. And in fact, they had a couple of balls in the back of the net before this. But ultimately, Brazil got the chances in the end. 23rd minute, Cunha got it. Then, of course, the heads dropped a little bit from Haiti, and Brazil just made sure it rubber-stamped the victory with a couple more goals before the break. And that was it. That's all she wrote, and that's all she needed. And, of course, that puts them in charge, and I think kind of confirms their round of 32 spot for Brazil. I don't think it's 100% done, but it's mathematically like a near certainty. So 4 points for them in the bag with Scotland still to come. So it was always going to be the case for Brazil. It was always about beating Haiti, get some points off Scotland as well. So it's all about now whether they can finish top of the pops, which they could probably do so. It's all about goal difference as well now between themselves and Morocco as they go for broke. But yeah, Cunha with a couple. Vinny Jr. got on the score sheet to make it 2 goals in 2 games for him. So already we have a little fight for the number 1 striker or number 1 forward in this team here for Brazil. 8 shots compared to that of 7. They did give it a good count themselves, and we'll showcase you a little bit more detail of that. But as for the possession-based stuff, 57% for Brazil, 43% for that of Haiti. What about the starting lineups then? Let's have a look at them, shall we, in all their glory. Here they come. Of course, Brazil starting with Alisson between the sticks. So it's still in the books of Liverpool. You've got Gabriel as well at the back. Marquinhos, Douglas Santos and Danilo making up a back 4. We got Casemiro, Guadamares, Paqueta in a 3-man midfield with Vinny Jr. on the left, Rafinha on the right, Matheus Cunha up top. As for Haiti, had Johnny Presley between the sticks there, 38-year-old keeper. He had the back 3 of Delcroix, Ricardo Adi, Jean-Kevin Deverne, with Martin Experience and Carlos Okus making up a back 5. We had Danley Jean-Jacques, Jean-Richard Bellegarde, Ruben Providence, Joshua Casimir, and Frédéric Perrault up top. Those were your starters. Of course, look at the difference in quality in the valuations here. A little bit older squad, in fact, one of the oldest ever Brazilian World Cup squads or teams here, with an average age of 30.5 compared to that of Haiti, 29.4. As for the substitutions, we did see the likes of Danilo coming on there, Edison also coming on to make a cameo, Martinelli, Rayan and Endrick to mix it up a little bit. As for Haiti, we did see the likes of Dominic Simon, Derek Etienne Jr., Lucius Dedesson, Lenny Joseph and Wilson Isidore coming on to try and claw their way back into it. But as you can see, performances, Vinny Jr. With an 8 there, Matheus Cunha with a 9.2, solid 7s for the majority of this Brazilian squad, even 7.5 for that of Alisson between the sticks. As for Haiti, got a Perrault, 6.5, Bellegarde with a 6.8. Yeah, not much to take away, but a 6.32 on average for Haiti, 7.21 for that of Brazil. This was, of course, at Lincoln Financial Field, with a whopping 68,000 in attendance. Of course, as you see the match momentum, all Brazil first half. Haiti did give it a good account themselves in the second half. But it was too little too late. And speaking of too little too late, it's too little too late for them in this group. Now they are bottom of the pile. Mathematically, they can get 3 points, but because of that result against Scotland, that is the first denominator here. That's the first factor into who gets that 3rd place. It's the head-to-head. So Haiti are out despite losing both games, and Scotland, of course, losing. It's the head-to-head factor, and of course that would see them finishing in 4th no matter what. Even if Scotland lost 25-0 and Haiti won 25-0, 5-0. My belief is that the head-to-head is the number one factor in this. So that is the situation over there. What about the situation online? Well, here we go. Some unhappy folks out there. Hamza said, Haiti made life easy for them. I cannot lie. I still don't think they're that good, in reference to Brazil. Meanwhile, Amin Mishra said, congratulations on the best performance and lifted the hope of the country. Meanwhile, Needle, Brazil always had far too much for Haiti. Their individual on the ball skill and the movement off the ball was too much for a team that failed to live up to their performance against Scotland. Brazil haven't clicked yet. Vinny and Cunha leading a team that lacks that Brazilian feel. Meanwhile, Jason Mason said, Vinny Jr. getting in on the act again, a player to watch out for, a real goal threat. Meanwhile, Crystal said, an expected win by Brazil, yay, but Haiti held them to only scoring in the first half of the game, so yay for them as well. And Kev says, congratulations to Brazil, but give a love to Haiti, man. They tried their best, even get ahead 3 goals, love their energy. They gave it all on that match. So those were some of the comments made online. What about, of course, you guys? Well, you guys made your picks, and 83% of you got it right with the prediction in the preview, of course. So get involved with the predictions on the preview and whatnot. As for Haiti, 12%. You got it wrong, and the draw was at 4%. As for the ping pong balls, they went with Haiti. Of course they did. They're crazy. But not the cat. The cat knows what she's talking about. And she got that one spot on with Brazil. As for me, let's head to the board. So what does that mean then? Of course, we head over to the board here for this game for Brazil. I did go for a 4-0 win for Brazil, so not too shabby on that one. So all that's left to do now is update the scoreboard for Brazil. 3-3. Pretty much puts them into the round 32. But where? First, second, third? We'll have to wait and see until the next game. Well, there you have it, folks. There you bloody have it. Brazil are up and running out this World Cup. Next up for them, it is Scotland. As for Haiti, they'll complete their 3 matches up against Morocco. But, of course, they are actually, ultimately, not going to qualify for the round 32. But still on the table is Brazil's future. Will they be number 1 seed? Will they be number 2? Or will they somehow fall into the 3rd place thing? I don't think that will be a case. But regardless, they should be in the round 32. And that's, of course, the joy for us in this World Cup. But anyway, subscribe, smash the like wherever you are in the world. Of course, until then, guys and girls, we are done.